What is going on, Eagles Nation? Views from the Link TV. It's game day, 4th preseason game, last one. Stephen Hellmann here alongside Tom Aresco, and we piped up. I mean, gonna see some MBT today.
Yeah.
Glad Bethel. He'll be in there, slinging the rock around. Chase Daniel.
I'm not too excited about it. Let's just put it that way.
Chase will be on the loose today. But yeah, I mean, 4th preseason game, gonna be a big day for some guys. You know, they get cut, see what happens to them. You know, some jobs are on the line, but you know, we're just ready for the regular season. Week 1.
Cuts are Saturday, actually, by 4 p.m. this Saturday.
4 p.m.
So.
They got to be down to 53.
Yep.
They're at 73 now, right? Maybe like 75 because they got
like
Jake Metz from the Philly Soul.
Yeah, we actually know Jake Metz. Not really, we don't know him, but we know of him because he went to Shippensburg College, and a lot of our friends went to Shippensburg, and I knew a couple players on the football team. Our high school quarterback actually was on.
Oh, they played together?
Yeah, he was on the Shippensburg team when Jake Metz was there, and now Jake Metz is defensive end. Went to the Philly Soul, he won a ring, and then he now he's on the Eagles, and it's cool. It's a cool story, and hopefully the best for him happens.
Yeah.
We'll see about how he plays that. I'm honestly excited to watch him.
Yeah, no, it'll be.
It's cool. It's a cool story.
Yeah, no, it's a great story. But yeah, you know, we will be there for week 1, guys. So expect it live from the link because it will be coming.
Yeah.
Also, Justin Bradley's been going through watching our old rants. They were real chip rants at the time, but yeah, we're bringing the rants back. The rants are coming back. That's my favorite thing. That's my favorite thing to do. But
yeah.
So
absolutely.
yeah, I mean, we got the game. You know, first game of the season, about 10 days.
But I love when they win in the rants.
Oh yeah.
Like the Saints last year. Go check that.
Honestly, but the best ones though, like from a video perspective, are actually the losses. But you know.
Yeah, but no, the Saints.
They're not as
Saints
fun
was
to
great.
make.
I shine in the wins. When they lose, I can't even get them.
You can't even cam up.
So.
All right, so let's go through these questions here. First one from Devin the Dude 0 asks, any more news about Lane Johnson? And it's intriguing because they haven't confirmed his suspension.
Yeah, so far he's a
sample B
starter.
I think John Dornbos is going to the.
He's going to the pilot.
He's saying sample B disappeared.
Yeah, he's gonna turn sample B into nothing, and then Lane Johnson is going to get off of that. And what he's going to do is he's going to go
to the right side,
and he's going to go to the right side, and he's going to start there, and that's going to be cool. But Alan Barber's been playing okay, so we'll see.
Well, next question. Johnny Fitt asks, how's Barber been at right tackle? Not bad.
There you go. He hasn't been bad. It's preseason, obviously, but ever since that first Tampa Bay game, the offensive line has looked as a whole a lot better. And it's funny because Lane Johnson, I think he started in that Tampa Bay game because they didn't bench him yet. They weren't sure yet, and it got more clear. And I think that experience helped the team going forward, going through some adversity early. And I think that they're fine tuning. First preseason game, you're getting in shape. Go through, get better each game. Hopefully it translates, but we'll see. Remember last year, it wasn't exactly smooth week 1, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll definitely see how that goes. Next question, Christian 7 Roby asks, do you think the Eagles D will be a good fantasy defense this year? They get you a lot of points. I think they're pretty good.
They're aggressive. They get sacks. They get after the quarterback, which usually causes turnovers. People think great DBs cause turnovers, and they do. But when you can have guys around the quarterback making him think twice about things, disguising things, getting creative, having some, really good pass rushing players on that team, and you can stop the run as well to make them one-dimensional. It's usually a lot of turnovers.
How many turnovers have we forced so far?
We got 9 takeaways through the first 2 games and 9 points scored against us, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah,
but it's preseason
and then against the Colts, we had 2 picks.
Against the Colts, I'm not exactly sure. I honestly don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
I was just really hyped up for that game because Bradford was playing well, so I don't really remember. Interceptions, but it's the style of the defense, and they go and
they're ball hawks.
They're ball hawks back there, and they go after the quarterback. Is what I was going to say. So that's perfect.
Yeah. Now next question, Showtime 804 asks, do you see them benching Kendricks because of his complaining because he missed off camp with injuries? Possibility of Hicks, Tulloch, and Bradham combo at linebacker week 1.
I don't think they're going to bench Kendricks if he's healthy. I mean, look, in a nickel defense with 3 DBs on the field, you have 2 linebackers, and you know who those 2 guys are, Hicks and Bradham. when you're in, your 2 corners, 3 linebackers, I think your best bet is to put Kendricks on the field. But I mean, it'll just depend on how he's playing. I mean, the best thing for him to do is go out and play well, and to do good things for the team and help them win. And that's always the best option for any player whose job is starting to slip because of injuries or confidence is slipping. Just go out and play good football, and it's just time for him to do that.
Yeah, I think the issue is why I think his big issue is like, I'm getting the 4th preseason game, but it's like, dude, you haven't played a lot. They're just trying to get you some reps.
Yeah.
Light a fire under your butt, man. Get you going. So I think it's more of that.
He's got to get back in football shape. And Jim Schwartz is like I don't take any crap kind of guy. He's just like, dude, you haven't played. You're gonna play. We want to see what you can do. We haven't seen much of you, so we want to see where you're gonna fit in, and we got to get you ready. So Kendricks has to pick his chin up and start playing good football, stay healthy, and do the things he knows he can do. Play fast, play aggressive. And if he can do that, then he'll be on the field. If not, then you'll see someone replace him. Najee Good.
Yeah, no.
Played okay.
Yeah, no, he hasn't played bad.
You can disguise a Najee Good having Bradham and Hicks playing very effectively, and that D-line is just unreal. So
exactly.
Good's a good stopgap, guy in there for a year, and then if you move Kendricks or you move on from Kendricks, you go draft a guy or pick a guy up. I mean, it's just that's how football is. It's always revolving. You never know what's going to happen. So.
Yeah, exactly. Next question at Billy Eberling 28 asks, could the Eagles improve and go 8-8 despite having terrible wide receivers?
I don't think they have terrible.
I don't think they're that bad. I think they're work in progress, but I think they're heading in the right direction. They're all young, and I
actually read an article today that got me really excited. And I believe in it very heavily, is that Josh Huff saw a sports psychologist, like a therapist, and they said that there's studies now that are showing that a lot of players who go through like those mistakes and the mental issues and things like that on the field and their confidence and stuff, they go see sports therapists and it helps. And honestly, that's kind of what LeBron James did. He needed to talk to someone. He did a bunch of things. I'm a huge Miami Heat fan, and when he was on the Heat, there was something holding him back late in games. And when he got over that, that's when he started becoming a great player. And I think for every player, you're not going to be LeBron James, but you need to get over these things in your head that tells you, you can't do it, or that you can't get over that hump. Josh Huff, just catch the ball, and your speed, your athleticism will take care of itself. You have to get the mental down. Do the right things, catch the ball. I mean, and look what he did. I mean, he handled the ball well. He looked comfortable. And the more he does this, talking to someone about it, if that's what he needs to do, I love it. So I think our receivers are really on the upswing right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, the thing is, you're going to have growing pains, and you can't, with anything, you can't be afraid to fail. And that with a lot of things, not just football, that's just what holds people back from what they want to do. So, maybe it was like, oh man, I can't drop this next pass because I drop this next pass, I'm going to get cut. And it's like, well, then you overthink it and you drop the pass. So
anything in life that applies, honestly. That's so true. If you're afraid to fail, or you're afraid what people are going to think, then you're going to mess up. So you just have to go out there, play your game, do what you do best. And when he does that, he's a really dynamic playmaker. He really is. I mean, there's a reason he was drafted in the 3rd round. He's a fast, quick guy. He's 5'11", 205. It's a big guy.
Yeah.
He's built like a running back. He's just a good gadget player, in a West Coast offense. You saw the jet sweep. They love that play.
Yeah.
That's a great play for Josh Huff. So and he can take the hits. He's stocky. So I want to see. That's the key cog. And then Aguilar, obviously, he should start talking to someone too, because he's clearly got a confidence issue. He's got all the athleticism in the world, and just not coming in handy. But DGB, I think, is a man on a mission right now, and Jordan Matthews is always a man on a mission. So I love the receiver.
I'm
glad they got rid of Ruben Randall, honestly, and Chris Gibbons. Paul Turner, I'll take him. Just give me a hungry kid that wants to make plays.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was high on Ruben Randall when we signed him, but that just didn't work out. He didn't care. Next question at Life of Skywalker asks, did the receivers catch the ball, or will it be drop city? I'm going to say definitely not as bad as last year, but
no, it won't be. But if you cut the drops in half, I mean, people on Twitter yesterday when I was on, and today, honestly, every day, I mean, there's a lot of talk about Sam Bradford, but really, I mean, he didn't play well, but guys didn't help him out at all. Everyone didn't. No one really played well. I wouldn't point the finger at Sam Bradford whatsoever. I mean, not at all, but like, I would get. Obviously, Bradford didn't play amazing or anything, but he improved all season as he got healthier, and the team did. The team was making the same mistakes over and over, and that's the sign of a bad team. You know, there's going to be a lot of games this season, I think, where Sam Bradford has the same type of games that he had late in last season that are not great, but they're good games, but we'll win because our defense will be better, our run game will be better, the pacing will be better. We'll be a better team. And in that, when you're blaming him for those losses last year down the stretch, like against Arizona and Washington, well, our defense isn't going to give up 40 points in those games. You know what I mean? It's gonna, like, those are going to be those types of games when Bradford isn't, you know, I think there's going to be a couple games this year where he throws for a couple touchdowns and stuff like that. But when he throws for like 1 touchdown, 200, or just an average game, whereas last year we would have lost like 40-21, but this year we might win 20-16 because we have a defense this year that's going to play really well and a team that's going to play really well. And I just have a lot of faith in this, even though they're young. I have a lot of faith in this team to improve from last year.
Yeah, I agree too. And you know, and in theory, that should help them win some of these 50-50 games because you had Atlanta week 1, week 4 against the Redskins, and then you had the Dolphins game. Where any of those games, you made one play, you would have won the game, and they didn't do it.
And they didn't do it.
So
they had plenty of opportunities. It's not like they just. It's not like one play changes the game. They had multiple opportunities to win.
Where if they made one play out of 5, towards down the stretch, they would have won. But they didn't make any.
Exactly. And so, if you consistently do that, that's a bad team or a below average team. You have to. You don't lose by much in the NFL. It's a couple plays here and there. You got to catch the ball. You can't lead the NFL in drops because. You just can't. That gives too many drop. Like, okay, they lead the league in drops, so chances are they dropped a lot of critical balls on 3rd downs and stuff. And they did.
They ever? Did they ever?
And in the end zone. Oh my goodness, it was brutal.
Almighty. All right. Next question. At SmithBoy93 asks, do you think having a winning record in the preseason is a good or bad thing? And what is your bold prediction for Week 1? Mine is that Ryan Matthews will have over 100 yards rushing. It's a good prediction.
Well, you know what I think about preseason and getting wins.
It's crucial.
It's crucial. It's crucial.
The Eagles are 4-0 in 2016, dating back to last season.
Get wins anytime you're on the field. I love it. If you're just hungry, you're out there, you're grinding.
I think it's good for the team. I think if you start off if you have the preseason 0-4, that's you know. It's not
like you're going to be good.
In the world, but it's not, you know, it's not good.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like you're definitely going to be good if you're undefeated in preseason, but why not win preseason games? Then if you suck, at least you had preseason.
Yeah.
There you go. Boom. At least you had preseason.
I think that what you want from preseason, you want improvement. And we've seen improvement every single game.
And winning games.
In a few hours, you might not see as good a play with the quality of talent in there, but, you know, hopefully these backup guys play better.
I want to see Chase.
And then what's your bold prediction for Week 1? You can't do Ryan Matthews.
I know. I'm gonna give you a couple. I'm gonna say that
you get one because I get one.
Okay.
And you're gonna take one.
The safety tandem. This is I'm going very bold. The safeties, Malcolm Jenkins, Ryan McLeod combined for 3 interceptions.
Okay, that's all right. You're ridiculous. Mine is going to be. I thought you were going to do something about Sam Bradford. Mine would be 1 defensive touchdown, and Sam Bradford's going to throw for 3.
And I was gonna say that's funny that's bold. 3 touchdowns. Like, that's not.
Well,
I was
2 players having 3 picks. You kidding me?
Yeah, I was gonna. No. I said they're gonna combine for 3 interceptions.
Yeah, I know.
So one's gonna get like 2 and one will get 1.
Yeah.
Off RG3, Hawking back there.
Hawking back there, dude. RG3
I was
is
also
not
gonna say
I want guys.
Offensively, I say DGB snags 2 TDs and
that's a good one.
And goes for $120.
That's a good one. We'll be going nuts. And then Justin Bradley saved your question best for last. What is your prediction for Week 1? What's going to happen? What's going down?
Eagles win. I think they'll start a little slow.
Oh, they always do.
Yeah, they'll start a little slow.
They're going to be all pissed off, and then they're
going to... And then mid second quarter, something will click. They'll go up early, like 13-7 or 6 or something like that. And then in the second half, I think they're going to open it up a bit. Browns will make like a late couple pushes, but nothing serious. Eagles win 27-16.
I was literally going to say 16. I got them
27-16.
kind of the same flow of the game. I think the Eagles are going to win I'll give them 30-17. Eagles win.
30-17. I like that. I love scoring 30 on opening night.
And I think
a lot of good stuff
be,
on this episode because got good questions.
Yeah, we did get good questions. These are good questions from you guys. We really appreciate it. And we'll be there for week 1. Let's get it started, man. Let's do it. I mean, we're ready to go. We're piped up.
It's football season.
It's football time.
I'm still recovering, from our run yesterday. So, I mean, geez, I had a whole night's sleep and I'm still recovering. So I would do the Eagles chant right now, but I don't think my abdomen and my core would really appreciate that.
No, you sounded like a puppy that was like.
Oh, I might die. I might die.
That was just, it was a travesty. It was a travesty. It was like Chase Daniel in week 1 of the preseason. Thank you for joining me, guys. We will see you joining us. And we will see you for the weekly. I know we're gonna see you for the game breakdown tomorrow. So yeah, we will check that out. Game breakdown tomorrow. Friday.
We'll have all the latest.
And then you guys are gonna have an awesome Labor Day weekend. That's how it's gonna go. All right. See you guys later.